before I continue with my message,
I hope you do.
thank you, Sister Avanti, $10 coming on the cash app. Thank you, sister. Next time, make it 20, but thank you for that 10. I know you barely had that. Thank you, sister.
But you got my 40, homie.
I thought you had $200.
I do, but I won't spend Red's money.
Hi, how are you?
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. You should already know what it is. We've been doing this long enough. Thanks for stopping by this Saturday morning. You could be anywhere in the world doing anything. But you're here with me, and I appreciate it. You know? So here's the deal. $15 live stream goal via Cash App, PayPal, or Streamlabs to keep me on 2 hours. Or $25, including Super Chat and Super Stickers. Whichever one we meet first. The 15 through Cash App, PayPal, or Streamlabs, or the $25 via Super Chats and Super Stickers. But I think it's time to get into some ridiculous fucking nonsense. Soon as I pull up the stream on my TV. Rare Breeze, check in with me. Hit the like button. It's 3 people watching. It's only 1 like. That's a smack in the face. Rare Breeze, check in the live chat. Let me know something. Let me know what kind of morning you having. Let me know what you was doing when you seen this notification popped up. No homo. Let me know what you was doing if you had clothes on. I'll just say that. What Rumble looking like? We about to get into this. 2 people watching on Rumble. That's what's up. Can I get my likes up? I got 4 people watching. Can I get 4 likes? I got 7 people watching. Can I get 7 likes? I got 7 people watching. Can I get 7 likes? Let's get it.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I can hardly hear, and I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
And I'm kind of driving. So, I just heard. You just came on my radar because of this situation.
Is this camera on me?
Yes.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Ma'am, why are you driving? You probably shouldn't be doing this while you're driving. And it seems like you're actually holding the phone. I could see if it was like propped up on the fucking what do you call it, on the air conditioner or latched to the air conditioner or something, but you're trying to hold the phone and drive. So I'm judging you a little bit off that. I'm judging you a little bit off that, and I'm judging the fact that you got some big ridiculous fucking ant goggles on your face. Nice lips though, but this is just ridiculous off the top. For those reasons. But let's continue.
I just heard. You just came on my radar because of this situation with Dr. Umar, and I must commend you. You are definitely. I'm a young elder, and I sent you an inbox about this. I commend you for trying to do that. But are you telling me, because I'm just getting off of work, are you telling me that he, which I'm not surprised, did not take you up on your offer officially?
That's correct. And in addition to you, and I presume that maybe he has a lot of black women who collaborate with him, because a good number of black women, some of whom looked more legit and others less, reached out to me, said, hey, I talked to Dr. Umar personally. I have a relationship.
I don't have a relationship with him. I don't collaborate with him. No.
This is a crazy angle right here. Like, and just keep in mind, she's driving. So keep that in the back of your mind this whole time. How was she even looking at the road and she looking at the camera? I mean, but look at this fucking angle. She's coming on here embarrassing herself off top, just off what we pointing out. Not even based off what she's saying yet. But we're gonna get to that too.
What kind of shit is that?
Have a relationship with him. I don't collaborate with him. No. What
Yeah.
I'm interested in is black children. So I do not at all. Not at all. Met him at a speak in Kansas City once. I also held him to the fire and asked him a question. He didn't answer it to my liking, but I was still hopeful. Like you, I'm not a pushover either. But
Women are so easily manipulated, you know, especially black women. All you gotta do is appeal to their pain or appeal to, well, you can appeal to any woman's vanity, vain or pain, and all you gotta do is give them something nice to look at. All you gotta do is say something in a charismatic way, and you got them. So I don't know if women like the way Dr. Umar looks. I think they are attracted to Dr. Umar, so that helps. And then you speak to their pain and everything they going through and kiss their ass and pander to them and call them queens, and they'll open their purse and give you everything, just like they opened their purse and gave the church everything.
I was still hopeful. Like you, I'm not a pushover either. But the vision for wanting, something like that school was
Right.
what I was trying to hope for. But I mean, I recognize that he's a narcissist, and you might also be one. Many of us are narcissists.
Okay, she threw a little shot there, but I actually do believe Marquette is a little bit of a egomaniac. You know, I know narcissist is a clinical term, and everybody's tired of hearing it because you can't diagnose somebody with that if you're just interacting with them and you don't have that training. But yeah, Marquette definitely gives me egomaniac vibes, narcissist vibes, the same way that Jason Black does. It's very unbecoming of a black man or a man in general. But let's continue. But she threw a shot there. Let's note that.
Recognize that he's a narcissist, and you might also be one. Many of us are narcissists. But
Well, I don't think that's true. I don't think many of us are narcissists. I think that is a psychological diagnosis that's overused.
Well, I didn't say clinical. I said
No, I hear you.
narcissist.
It's just that we need to stop like trying to pathologize things, and we have to stop with the insults.
I don't want to
It's
get
not
off
even
all into
necessary.
narcissism. I wasn't making that statement to say that. I was just making that statement to say that as egos, we all have some narcissistic tendencies. Now, to the degree that it's pathological, that's a different thing.
I would even
Okay, so
support him
I was
if
just
he was a
saying that to
narcissist.
say that.
This camera view with those glasses is crazy. Like it would be hard to take her serious even if, she was coming from an intellectual place. It would be hard with this view, with this visual.
That's a different thing.
I would even
Okay, so
support
I
him
was
if
just
he was a
saying that to
narcissist.
say that I too was knowing that I saw red flags about how he was, interacting and acting online and all of that, but I was still hopeful. And I am connected to some people that have educational facilities and things like that, and they were telling me that he really did not want to collaborate. So I'm one of those people. I try to see the positive in people, just like for you. I love the kind of I think clarity that you brought and no nonsense approach that you brought to the situation. But
You like him. She thinks she handsome. She thinks he's handsome. Because you got to think. These women aren't calling in to ugly dude shows. They called in to Kevin Samuels because they was trying to get him. They call in to who else the fuck do they call in for? They donate and call in to Dr. Umar because they're attracted to him and trying to get his attention. And this woman called in to Marquette because she's attracted to him and wanted his attention. It's not about the babies. It ain't about black power. That's why she called in. Don't get that fucked up.
Love the kind of I think clarity that you brought and no nonsense approach that you brought to the situation. But I had some concerns about what your real interest was, because after I saw you, I went and looked on your I looked on your page on Instagram, and and can you help me understand? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not aware of what your motivations and things are, but as an onlooker, someone who is Pan-African-ish, I don't like to put myself in a box, so I don't say that completely.
Oh, you don't want to put yourself in a box.
But I am interested in the unification of African people in terms of empowering ourselves under this 500-year white supremacy that's global. And
here we go. Here the fuck we go.
Here we go. Here the fuck we go. Here the fuck we go.
Does white supremacy exist? Of course. Should black people be focused on it? Fuck no. Black people should focus on being the best possible human that they can be and going as far as they can in life and not focusing on beating the white power structure. Fuck all that. Just handle your motherfucking business, go to school, get educated, start businesses, take care of your family, take care of your shit. Racism and slavery was a blessing because it got us here so we can have the opportunity to reap all the American benefits. Yeah, the white man wasn't going to give up all his power. Let's be real. If it was us in their position, we wouldn't have been trying to give up our power too. It's a human thing. Once you put a group in power, they're not trying to let that shit go, and they're willing to do whatever type of atrocious shit they got to do to keep their power. That's not just exclusive to what white people do. All people in power do that. All races have been fucking each other over and enslaving each other throughout the history of the earth. And black people fuck over more black people than white people do in current times. So I don't want to hear this white supremacy shit. Yes, it exists, but let it go and move on with your fucking life. Yeah, slavery was a bad thing, but you can also look at the bright side of it, I mean, there's no bright side to the atrocities and, enslaving a group of people. But there's pros and cons to everything. There's pros and cons to the holla, you know what I was about to say. Because I believe there were so many medical studies done during that time that we still use today. Because the Hler was doing studies on the Jays, and we have medical developments now because of the atrocities that happened, with Hler and the Jays. So yeah, there's pros and cons to everything. It really is. The dude could go to jail and find Jesus in jail. So yeah, going to jail sucks, but at least he found Jesus, and now he's religious and changed his life around. It's pros and cons to everything. But I'll be honest, I'm tired of this shit. White supremacy and the white man, shut the fuck up and just take care of your business. Yeah, we've heard it all before 10,000 times. I mean, we're beating the shit into the ground now. Yes, white people don't like you, and the ones in power are going to do everything in their power to keep you down. Stop bitching about it and get to action on overcoming it. The fuck? It's just I don't take most of these pro-black Pan-African motherfuckers serious. I'm just gonna call it what it is. Most of them turn out to be complete fucking clowns. Complete clowns. But let's continue. I want to touch on something real quick that he said, because Marquette can get a little sassy. He's very accomplished. He seems very intelligent, but I found him very corny, very immature, and very sassy at times. That's my problem with Marquette. It's not that he's not intelligent. It's not that, hey, he's probably accomplished more than I will ever dream of accomplishing. And I'll give him full props for that. But it's still certain shit I don't fuck with him about. But that's just with anybody. But I give him full props. I think he graduated from Berkeley. I give him props for all the shit he's ever accomplished. But this is one of those situations where it's like, I can respect what a man accomplished. I can respect what a man does, what he did, but I still don't gotta respect him. You know? There's plenty of people where I could look at their resume and be like, there's a lot of respectable shit on this resume. I respect everything you accomplished on this resume, but I still don't respect you because you're a fucking clown. You're a clown that did honorable things. Maybe you're a clown that did respectable things. You know, you're a clown that did notable things. You're a clown that did admirable things. I respect what you did, or I respect what you do, but I still don't respect you. It's one of those things. But let's see, who we got in here? 10 people in here. That's what's up. That's what's up. Rumble. 3 people. That's what's up. All right. Let's go back. Hold on. I gotta do something real quick. Let me play something else for a second. Let me play something else for a second. I'll be right back.
This video is sponsored by Surfshark.
What's your age?
57.
Are you single?
Yes.
How did that turn out for you?
Marriage and 2 children.
And then divorce?
And then divorce, yes.
How long was your marriage with your ex-wife?
How do you know?
How would a woman know that you're gonna drop a 10-incher on her if she hasn't even...
Are you trying to say that magic isn't real? I think it's because your woman has... When you come to Miami, you see the real nature of women. It's not your fault, buddy.
About 20 years.
How do you go from having a whole family life to coming back out into the world as a single man?
There's a thing I refer to as the ladder of love. People walk up the ladder of love when they're beginning a relationship. They say, oh, I really like you. I'll do this for you. The next person says, oh, well, if you'll do that for me, then I'll do this for you. If you'll do this for me. Well, I'm not going to do that for you. Oh, well, then I'm not going to do this for you. And then I'm not going to do this for you. And then they walk down the ladder of love. And at some point, people reduce themselves to the passion and the love and that chemistry, that oxytocin, that thing that really draws you together. It begins to die. And if you don't have the basis for the relationship things that you love to do together, then eventually you grow apart and you either become people who don't like each other, or you do what we did. You become like a brother and a sister.
Do you see yourself getting married to a woman again, or is it more of just a life partner thing from this point going forward?
So I haven't married a second time, but I'm looking for a wife.
Why even take that risk?
Hey, yo, this is because whenever he talks to people that are single or people that are broken up, he's like, yo, why did you give it up? And when he's with people, are you suffice with this? Like, it's like there's never like a happy sentence. You know what I mean?
So what he normally does is he asks women.
We back. We back. Hey, let me show y'all some sassy shit real quick.
Someone who is Pan-African-ish. I don't like to put myself in a box, so I don't say that completely.
Oh, you don't want to put yourself in a box.
But I am interested in...
Those little sassy little comments. Oh, you don't want to put yourself in a box. Well, that's convenient. You know, it's like some girl shit. Some girl ad-libs. But shout out to bro. I respect a lot of things that Marquette has accomplished in life. On the business side, the intellectual side, you know. But yeah, I find him very, very corny.
The unification of African people in terms of empowering ourselves under this 500-year white supremacy that's global. and being able to come out of that in a way that will help benefit as many people as possible. So that.
Shout out to Lauren. Shout out to Mr. Cut. Shout out to Sheila. Hope Sheila is doing good. Hope you're doing good, Sheila. Let's get back into it.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
That wasn't relevant, but I just feel like I had to just play a Dr. Umar for this video I'm going over.
That's my main concern. But as I perused your page, I was very curious to see that you had some type of cosplay of the plantation. Can you explain what that's about to me?
Okay, I can definitely do that, but I do want to remind you, as well as the audience, that you spoke at length and you questioned a lot of things. And so it's very difficult to give someone an answer that they can appreciate when you pose, 4 or 5 questions at once. So that's number one. But with regards to your note about cosplay, that is incorrect. Firstly, you use the word peruse, and I think this is one of those words that may be incorrectly used. So let me just look up the definition. I think you meant skim is my guess. Let me see. Peruse.
I think you can look up peruse and you'll find that that's an equal definition, sir.
Let me see. Peruse.
We don't have to go there in that kind of way.
Okay, so let me just, I got something to say, but let me finish chewing my hash brown from McDonald's first. Oh, man.
See, peruse.
We don't have to go there in that kind of way. I'm not trying to,
it says,
do anything but communicate with you.
Yeah, no, the reason I say that is because I believe that you skimmed my work. You didn't peruse it. You didn't search through it deeply. You skimmed it.
Okay, look, so I don't know if Marquette is being, combative, or he trying to start something. I don't know. Y'all let me know. I mean, words do have meanings. So I don't know if I'm mad at him for making that distinction between peruse and skim. But she's already getting offended. She tried to come on and be all dignified, sophisticated, and Pan-Africanist. But the ghetto black bitch is gonna come out. And I don't say that, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But I don't believe black women's act. I'm gonna come right out and say it. When I meet a black woman who's trying to act all nice and soft, or sophisticated, I never trust it. It would take years for me to finally be like, maybe she is one of the good black ones. I never believe black women's act. I know 9 times out of 10, it don't take much for the ghetto bitch to come out. So I could already tell just with the authority she was speaking with when she first came on that this is not a feminine woman. This is a woman who's out of order with her femininity. And I mean, Mr. Cut, you have a point. He may be, this probably doesn't, he might be, how am I gonna, he's being petty. There's an argument to be made that he's being petty. He's a petty guy. It's one of my big criticisms of this guy. Immature, petty, sassy at times, corny at times. But she's getting triggered though. It's important not to get triggered, people, if you can help it. I consider myself a pretty calm guy, but I can get triggered. But him correcting her on what word she used, it can go either way. But keep in mind, later in this conversation, she's going to talk about how spiritually inclined she is. Getting mad at a motherfucker making a distinction between, one word and another word, that's not spiritually inclined. But you know what? Let's get it.
With you.
Yeah, no, the reason I say that is because I believe that you skimmed my work. You didn't peruse it. You didn't search through it deeply. You skimmed it. And the reason it's important to make that distinction is because if you looked deeply into my work, you will find that there's great meaning. You referenced what you called cosplay, which is negative terminology on something that's fairly serious purpose. I'll explain what you're referencing is called the Burton Plantation. This is a show that I'm putting together at my own expense, mind you. You and I both know that entertainment is the most appropriate mode in which to teach this generation that has a short attention span. There are very few persons in Hollywood who are A, heterosexual, and B, heterosexual black males. So in the
I'm not
absence
gonna
of
argue with you about that.
Correct. So in the absence of having an analog to Tyler Perry, who's a good example, I stepped into that to give some lessons. Now, what are the lessons from the plantation? Number one, black people often view themselves as the slaves inherently. It's like assumed, rather than realizing that to be the master class or the ruling class is a matter of decision making. It's a matter of culture. It's a matter of your leadership class. It's not because you're black that you're the slave. It's not because they're white that they're the master. That's number one. Then number two, for the populations who are generally associated with being masters in the Western world, for them to truly understand the suffering that occurred under enslavement, they must see themselves in that position. And thirdly, for us to understand how certain aspects of black culture in America have been crippled, we must understand the origin of certain practices. You don't like chitlins. Your forefathers who were enslaved like chitlins.
Yes.
And so I must start from the beginning and bring that all the way into the present, which is what that was designed to do, to teach. But the real question is, why not take a deeper look in to figure out, as opposed to having a sour taste in your mouth?
Well, I just haven't had time. It's not about having it. You've assumed that.
No, baby, you got time. This is a crazy view. Once again, I'm gonna keep pointing that out. This is a crazy camera view. But so you had time because you had time to call in to this man's show while you were driving. This was so important to you. You called into this man's show while driving a motor vehicle. You trying to talk to him, hold the camera up to your face, then hold it up to your ear, all while you driving. It's fucking ridiculous. The glasses are ridiculous. The fact that you're even on here while driving is ridiculous. So yeah, if you had time to do this and risk your life to talk to him, you had time to look deeper into this guy. But you just wanted his attention because you like him. Think he's handsome. Let me break this down a little bit. Like we always say, when women come on here talking about men, they're only talking about top 10 percenters. Women don't waste their time even talking to, or looking at bottom 80 to 90% of men. Same thing with this. Women don't waste their time calling into YouTube shows of ugly, low value men. See, now if I turn my camera on, and let's say I was an ugly guy. I don't think I'm too ugly, but let's just say I'm an ugly guy. And I turn my camera on, and I got a white t-shirt with ketchup stains on it in my mama's basement. Ain't no bitches calling in. I don't care about how many of them come in contact with the content. Ain't no bitches calling in to that. Flat out. Now, if a motherfucker sitting in the leather chair, handsome guy, gold chains on his neck, look like he in a mansion, yeah, bitches will call into that. Kevin Samuels with a suit on, suited and booted, in a nice apartment with all the little fancy trinkets and shit, yeah, bitches will call into that. If I come on cam, ugly, in my mom's basement with a dingy shirt on, ain't no bitches calling in. We can guarantee that.
Mouth.
Well, I just haven't had time.
Keep in mind, even if I was kicking the most extraordinary game, even if I was like, you know what I mean? Even if I had an incredible mouthpiece and they thought I was funny, even if I was helping the kids, I was doing charity work, bitches ain't calling in. Just because how it looked, the status of it, and the look of it, they not calling in. Whatever. Let's continue.
Look in to figure out, as opposed to having a sour taste in your mouth.
Well, I just haven't had time. It's not about having it. You assume that I had a sour. I'm asking you directly. That's why I'm asking you. So I wanted to kind of see where your headspace was about it. I looked at it and then sent my my message. I didn't have time to go into it deeply. But like anybody, you look at documents, you look at things, you take a look at it, you eyeball something. That's what I did. Okay.
See the gangster energy coming out? That didn't take long at all. All you got to do is question a black woman about anything, and this will come out. You might not even mean nothing by it. Yo, what time is it? It's time for you to get a watch, nigga. I was just wondering what time it is. Nigga, don't ask me no questions, nigga. Do I look like a clock? Do I look like a grandmother clock? Don't ask me shit. Just question a black woman about anything. Not all, but most. Oh my god, yeah. You see that aggressiveness coming out? And he didn't have to give a lot of pushback. He just asked her a question, honestly. I mean, you could say he was being petty, but he wasn't aggressive with it. He didn't have a tood with it. He just said, you know, I don't think you perused it. I think you skimmed it. Why didn't you take more time to look further into it, but, you know, before you got upset? It's a valid question. And that's all it took to trigger her. Can you imagine being in a relationship with a woman like this that get triggered that easily? That's hell, bro.
Like anybody, you look at documents, you look at things, you take a look at it, you eyeball something. That's what I did. Okay. So my question, that's why I asked you, what was your intention? Why did you present it in that way? Now you've explained to me, I'm gonna go back. You explained to me that it was because
they come across like dudes. Her mannerism is like a dude. Why? She's not a dude.
I look like telling a nigga good morning. I look like being nice, sweet, charming, and warm.
If you keep saying, oh, she's too masculine, what it means is you too feminine. If I got more bars than you, that's really a diss to you, not a diss to me.
why did you present it in that way? Now you've explained to me, I'm gonna go back. You explained to me that it was because of the generation that we're in and being able to, you know, grab attention and the Hollywood issue and the straight black man issue and all that. I understand that, but I'm just asking you, could you not have done it in another way that did not?
Oh, we're gonna go to it didn't make me feel good, so you should have did it in a different way. I mean, you can't really tell somebody how to do what they want to do on their platform just because it didn't make you feel good. But if it ain't make you feel good, why take the time to call into this man's show while you driving? If it didn't make you feel good, why didn't you just click off the Instagram page and move on with your fucking life? I mean, you know, it's a lot of stuff in this life that ain't gonna make you feel good. Move on. Can't tell somebody how they should have did it. See, yeah, this is a masculine woman right here. This is a masculine woman. And she's what's wrong with the black community. She thinks she a pan-Africanist, pro-black queen. No. You need to be in your place, which is really shutting the fuck up for the most part, unless you're talking to some kids. I mean, that's extreme, but you know what I'm trying to say. All this authority in your voice and questioning grown men, that's not your place as a woman. And black women being out of order and masculine is really a huge part of what's wrong with the black community. So you ain't helping, sister. You're hurting. By just being you, you're hurting.
Have done it in another way that did not, to me, kind of, I don't know I don't even know the word that I'm looking for to say that it almost
But that's not
feels
for me to ask.
disrespectful.
That's not for you to ask me. That's for you to ask yourself. If you would like to see
No,
something in
well,
a different way, go
no,
do
it's
it.
not for me to.
But
It's
I'm
not
going
to
to
ask
do
me
it
because I
as a
believe
man.
that's what
Hold
it
on one
is.
second, love. As a man, I'm going to do it in the way that I designed and I decided to, with my capital, my time, my resources,
I understand that you
my
did, and
friends
so
and
I was
family.
asking
And that's
you.
the important thing between the doers in this world and the observers. When you're a doer, you get to do
Exactly.
it.
So,
if you're just an
again, I'm
observer,
just
it's
asking
easy
you
to hold
about
on one second, love.
Marquette.
Don't overtalk me. Give me a moment.
You
When
already
you're the-
overtalked me, sir.
When you're the
You overtalked
observer,
me.
And here we have it. You want a nigga? You got a nigga here now. You was looking for a nigga? Nigga here now. I might have to incorporate that into the meme board. You want a nigga? Nigga here now. Let me tell you something right now. Don't work that way. Look, let's I gotta pull it up. I just gotta be petty, like Marquette, I guess, and pull this up. Kevin. Oh, nigga here now.
I could do that. Wait. Last thing. Don't be a nigga. Nobody's nigga. Wow. Somebody's nigga. Now you're being condescending. Let's move forward. First of all, you threw at me. I don't understand him as disrespect. Watch your mouth and help me with the See, now you found me with the sale. Okay, see? See, now you found yourself a nigga. You was looking for a nigga? Nigga here now, see? Okay. Today's forecast.
This movie is so fucking classic, man. I don't understand how anybody could not like 40-Year-Old Virgin. This shit was so monumental when I was in high school. This shit was monumental. You're really trying to push this, whatever. 40-Year-Old. Want a nigga? Nigga here now. 84 and 85. Yeah, we got good reviews. I mean, not the fucking Rotten Tomatoes isn't compromised. But let's watch it one more time. You want a nigga? Nigga here now. They did a good ass job in this movie, man.
And help me with the sale. Okay, see? See, now you found yourself a nigga. You was looking for a nigga? Nigga here now, see? Okay.
I don't even know what that is. Apuis? What the hell is Apoohis? Let's look it up. What the hell is Apuis? Apu? Near Earth asteroid. Caused a brief period of concern. December 2004, when initial observations indicated the probability it would hit Earth on Friday, April 2029. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to make it to 2030, guys. Whether alien invasion, apocalypse, asteroid hitting, fucking just something from the deep state. I just don't know. Something's weird. Something monumental, I feel like, is happening before 2030, one way or another. So I don't know. Let's get back to our distraction. You want a nigga? Nigga here now. Let's just rewind it a little bit. Nigga moment.
And I decided to, with my capital, my time, my resources,
understand that you
my
did, and
friends
so
and
I was
family.
asking
And that's
you-
the important thing between the doers in this world and the observers. When you're a doer, you get to do
Exactly.
it.
So,
If you're just an
again, I'm
observer,
just
it's
asking
easy
you
to.
about
Hold on one second, love.
Marquette.
Don't overtalk me. Give me a moment.
You
When
already
you're the-
overtalked me, sir.
When you're the
You overtalked
observer,
me, and you're
one
not going
second,
to do
love.
that.
When
And
you're
I
the
know you really.
observer-
You're not going to.
So let's be clear. Now Kevin Samuels would have probably hung up on her when she said that. You're not gonna do that. You ain't gonna tell me what the fuck I'm gonna do on my platform. Yeah, that's what you're not gonna do. But let's be clear. Most black women in America feel like they're men's authority figures. Just off top. They don't want to be equal to men, they want to be superior to men. Black women have a desire to dominate the black man, even probably more so than the white man. Black women want to dominate us as black men. You know? And that's why I don't talk to black women when I don't have to. I only talk to black women when I absolutely have to, with the exception of like my mother or aunts or whatever. Other than that, no, only when absolutely necessary am I talking to a black woman, because I already know what type of time most of them are on. So yeah, I discriminate. I ain't gonna lie. I avoid black women like the fucking plague, because I know what type of time they on. And even if they not on that type of time at that very moment, it don't take much to get them on that type of time.
Hold on one second, love.
Marquette.
Don't overtalk me. Give me a moment.
You
When
already
you're the-
overtalked me, sir.
when you're the
You overtalked
observer-
me, and you're
One
not going to
second,
do
love.
that.
When
And
you're
I
the
know you really.
observer-
You're not going to do that. You're
One
not going to do
second.
that. I'm going to be
When
a
you're the
black woman.
observer-
I know you might not like black women deeply,
No,
but I'm
it's
going to
not
be a
black
black woman
women.
that's going to
It's
still respect you as a
have been
black
asked to
man.
stop.
Where did that come from? Where did that come from? See, so now the real reason that she called is coming in. See, yeah. So let me add something to what I said earlier. I said women are only going to call in when you present a certain status, if you look a certain way, and that's still true. But the other reason they may call in is to check you. It's numerous things. Also to get attention. So it's probably all three, really. I think he handsome. He got status. I want to check him, and I can get some attention to boot. So it's really what three birds with one stone. Because let's be clear, if he didn't have the looks and status, she wouldn't have. Let me clear this up. If he didn't have the looks and the status, she wouldn't have paid attention to him long enough to find anything to check him about. You understand?
Going to do that. You're
One
not going to do
second.
that. I'm going to be
When
a
you're the
black woman.
observer-
I know you might not like black women deeply,
No,
but I'm
it's
going to
not
be a black woman
women.
that's going to
It's
still respect you as a
have been
black
asked
man.
to stop.
Yeah, she probably saw some white chicks on his page and wanted to get at him for that. She felt hurt that he fuck with white chicks, and she wanted to get at him and get some attention. Or here's another thing. She may have come on thinking like maybe I can sway him with my fake femininity, and when that don't work and he ain't being and when that doesn't work and he isn't being receptive to that, then the black bitch comes out. And then she's gonna check him about you don't like black women and yada yada yada. No, he just don't like you. Or he wouldn't like you. That's what it is. But that's the same tactic all women use. You know, you say something about them and that's the tactic most women use. You say something about them and they say, "Oh, you don't like women because you criticize me about something. So therefore you don't like 50% of the population because you got a problem with something I did or said." It's fucking absurd. Absurd arguments from absurd people. Let's see if we can pull up Marquette's Instagram. Marquette? Here he is. Looking kind of sweet on this Instagram header here, Marquette.
A lot of these men are sticking their eggplants down the throat of Billy's mouth.
Yeah. Oh, that's the plantation video she was talking about. Oh, what the hell is this? Oh, and then he be saying he like a pimp. It's just too much for me, man.
Flex Luthor.
He just called himself Flex Luthor. No, he just called himself Flex Luthor. See, that's the corny shit I'm talking about. Flex Luthor. I mean, it can be funny. Like, I get it. He's being halfway serious, but the thing is, he is being halfway serious though. He's halfway joking, but at the same time, he's being like serious. Be back.
You might be asking, did he do the two-tone relaxed wave with the gators? Yes, I did. Did he continue the two-tone and split it in half? Harvey Dent? Yes, I did. Flex Luthor, superhero. You might be asking, did he do the two-tone relaxed wave with the gators? Yes, I did. Did he continue the two-tone and split it in half? Harvey Dent? Yes, I did. Flex Luthor, superhero. You might be asking, did he do the two-tone relaxed wave with the gators? Yes, I did. Did he continue the two-tone and split it in half? Harvey Dent? Yes, I did. Flex Luthor, superhero. You might be asking, did he do the two-tone relaxed wave with the gators? Yes, I did. Did he continue the two-tone and split it in half? Harvey Dent? Yes, I did. Flex Luthor, superhero. You might be asking, did he do the two-tone relaxed wave with the gators? Yes, I did. Did he continue the two-tone and split it in half? Harvey Dent? Yes, I did. Flex Luthor, superhero. You might be asking, did he do the two-tone relaxed wave with the gators? Yes, I did. Did he
I can't imagine anything where I would allow another man to do that, even if it was, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're an actor and it's part of the role, I guess it couldn't be me. But hold on, I'll be back. Let me play something else real quick.
How they feel about you, and men treat you exactly how they feel about you, and men are very intentional. And men treat you exactly how they feel about you, and men are very intentional. And I know if you're in a relationship with somebody or you're dating a guy and you feel like you're not being treated the way that you want to be treated, this is like the worst news ever. I know it sucks to hear, but the sooner that you know and believe this, the sooner you will realize that you can use this as a tool in order to like discern who is for you and who is not for you, right? Like you don't have to take everything somebody does personally. You can just use it as like an understanding of who they are and how they feel about you, and then like move accordingly, right? I saw a guy on here say this advice to women, and he was like, women should believe 100% of what a man does and 50% of what they do. And I think that this is so true, because I think a lot of times as women, we spend a lot of time trying to like decode a man's behavior, right? Like he didn't call because of this. We're always trying to find like a reason why somebody did something. But the truth is, he didn't call because he didn't want to call, right? Or he did something that hurt your feelings because he wanted to do that. Men are very intentional through actions. How he treats you is how he feels about you. And this doesn't need to be something that hurts your feelings. Of course it does sometimes in the moment, but instead, if you just realize that if you put this into practice and you only believe what people show you instead of the things that they say, you'll realize that you are able to like navigate through dating a lot easier, because you don't like attach yourself to like false promises and what somebody says and their intention. You only believe what they show you consistently. And when you're able to do this, you are able to discern who is for you and who is not for you, right? So somebody shows you who they are, they don't show up for you, and you can say, oh, okay, through this person's actions, they're showing me that I am not a priority, or I'm not somebody that they take seriously, whatever it is. Now you get to decide, is this somebody I want to have in my life or not? And it gives the power back to you, because you are not believing what somebody says that they are. You are only believing what they show you they are.
I don't believe I heard you correctly.
Women should believe 100% of what a guy does and 50% of what they do. Huh? Come again? What's that? Yo, could someone in the comments explain that to me? Because that math ain't mathing to me. Another thing, this queen says that men are very direct in their actions, so believe it. Here's the problem. You see, this queen right here is trying to use male logic and translate it into another female emotion. Let me explain what I'm saying. Notice the example she used. Like, the guy doesn't want to call you, it's because he doesn't want to call you. Kind of like when he doesn't text you, he doesn't want to text you. So that means he wants to hurt you. Notice how she took something that a man did and took it to the extreme and says, and believe it, that's exactly what he wanted. How about this other one that is a little bit closer to reality? What if the guy didn't call you because he was actually busy? You know, the men that you're attracted to, the guys who are professionals, who have like a career, or maybe they're blue collar workers, but they're higher on that pay scale. You know, they're probably like
But you're not going to overtalk me.
You have been asked to stop talking. You have been asked to stop talking. You're a guest. No, when you're a guest in someone's house, you follow their rules, madam.
Okay.
When you're a guest in someone's house, you follow their rules.
Okay, go ahead,
and
sir.
I also...
Okay, I'm surprised she conceded his point and told him to go ahead. I'm shocked. That's a lot of... That's impressive for a black woman. It just would have kept getting escalated with most black women. So I'll give her some credit for that. She stopped. She said, "You right. Go ahead, sir." So we're giving her props for that. But the whole thing about you're a guest in someone else's house, you follow their rules. I noticed that dynamic as far as people thinking they're your authority figures as long as you're at their house. And it's just weirdo shit. Typical human weirdo shit.
house, you follow their rules, madam.
Okay.
When you're a guest
I
in
do
someone's
agree.
house,
You're correct
you follow
about
their
that.
rules.
Okay, go ahead,
And
sir.
I also want to be clear, don't make it an issue of you being a woman or you being black. It's about your guest in my house. If there are males behaving the same way, I'll say the same thing.
Okay,
and I
got
can
you.
also assure
Okay, carry
you,
on. I got you.
I can assure you that if I was on your platform, if you honored me by giving me a
I
platform
said I
and you said,
agreed
hey,
with you. You just keep going on about that.
why are you still
I'm a
talking?
big girl.
Why are
I
you
can
still
be
talking?
corrected.
Why are you
I
still
can be
talking?
corrected, sir.
Why are you
Keep
still
going.
talking? No, you don't tell anyone to keep going. You need to silence yourself. You are having trouble behaving in a feminine position, and you're underscoring the importance of my work. You folks hate to be called out. And it's not just black women, it's women in general in this sick Western society. Your kind of behavior is unruly, and you only demonstrate that behavior in the hells of North America because the government allows you to get out of control. If you were raised properly, whether by your father or by a husband, you wouldn't run your mouth like that because you are of the weaker gender. So be silent and stop acting masculine.
Wait a minute. You just told me if I was raised properly.
That's
correct. See, that's
correct.
the problem with the male ego. And if you really want to get deep, Marquette, because I know that as smart people, we tend to think we're smarter than we actually are. There's a difference between being smart and acquiring all these kinds of things and really having
verify
wisdom.
your intelligence? Like, what
If
examples
you
of your
want
intelligence
to really
do you have?
go deep in terms of how spiritual processes went, the
We're not talking
original
about
feminine
spiritual.
and masculine energy that brought this place into
no energy.
being was feminine. It is feminine. So
Why are you
it's
making
not
up
about
things?
Let me touch on this real quick. Women will gravitate to things that pedestalize women. So I believe there's certain spiritual beliefs. I think there's certain spiritual beliefs that like deify the woman, and that's of course that's what women are going to gravitate to: spirituality, things like that, things that'll pedestalize them, and that's why a lot of women run from organized religion, because organized religion say you're beneath the man, and your purpose on the planet is a man. So they try to get away from that as fast as they can. Plus, they just don't like structure and discipline, so they don't want anything that's structured, that got clear rules. This what you do, this what you don't do. They want everything to just be flowing, so they can be evil. Evil people love, things that can just, how can I put it? Like you don't gotta like nail anything down, so you can kind of still do whatever you want. That's what women like about spirituality instead of religion. I can still be a piece of shit, but I can act like I'm so enlightened in the process with spirituality. You can't do that with religion because people will be like, look, the book says here you ain't supposed to be doing this, this, and that, talking like this. You see what I'm saying? Makes total sense.
feminine. So
Why are you
it's
making
not
up
about
things?
it's not about saying that a woman needs to be in her place. They were complementary, sir.
You need to be
They
in
were
your place.
complementary. It was not
No,
one over the
you
other.
need to be in your
And
place.
I'm not trying to be over you. And I don't
You
think
are
men
under me.
need to try to
You
be
are
over
under
women.
me. You are.
No, that's not true. That's not true. You are trying to be over him. You just told him what he is and isn't going to do on his platform. That's trying to be over him. The audacity is killing me. I'm not trying to be over you and you ain't over me. We just complementary. No, we're not equal, but complementary. Or if I'm even saying that word right, complementary. No. Yes, one is superior to the other. Nice try, though. See, and this is why you can't play the equality game with women. Any relationship where the man ain't running it, the woman running it. Point blank, period. Either the man is running it or the woman is running it. So if we ask a man, what's your dynamic between you and your wife? Oh, we're partners. The woman's running it.
You and I don't
You
think
are
men
under me.
need to try to
You
be
are
over
under
women.
me. You are under me, and you are going against the natural order.
I'm
You're
not under you,
pretending.
but you can think
You
that
are
in your
under me.
ignorance. You can think that.
You are under me.
That's okay.
You are under me, and I will let
I'm not under
everyone
you,
know
ever.
that
I'm
every
never under you.
woman
I'm
is under
complementary.
a man.
That's science.
You are
That's
unruly.
science. There's
You are
masculine, there's
unruly.
feminine.
See, you're the
Yin and
you're the
yang.
type who
There's
wants
no
to
under and
bark at a
over.
man, but then you'll run to a man for protection. That's what you are. You bark at a
And
man, but you'll run to a man
you
for
will bark
protection.
at a woman, but then you want to run and get in her bed and be nurtured by her. Come on.
No,
I'm
I
not
have
against
women
man
get
or
in my
woman.
bed, madam.
I'm
Don't
not
make up
against
lies.
either one.
Don't make up lies, madam. You're out of
I'm
control.
not making up lies. But
And
what
let's
I
talk
can't
about
really
this.
go into something that you don't understand.
Let's
So
talk about this.
back to where we
Why-
were.
No,
Let's
no,
go back to
no,
where
no.
Shots fired. But I mean, I guess they're in the middle of the argument. I ain't gonna go into something you can't understand. Your feeble mind won't understand this spiritual mumbo jumbo.
Let's
I
talk
can't
about
really
this.
go into something that you don't understand.
Let's
So
talk about this.
back to where we were. Let's go back to where we were, because the
Why are
spiritual
you
part
making
you don't
up
know
stuff
anything
about this energy?
Clearly.
There's no energy. It's people like you who don't make any sense that have poisoned the black masses because they are in a lack of education. This feminine and masculine energy stuff, this is as nonsensical as the astrology that you speak of. This is as nonsensical as the chakras. You need to be practical. That's why you guys are broke, is because your head is in the clouds.
What have you studied?
Your head is in the clouds.
Tell me what you studied spiritually about cosmology and how this place came into being.
Spirituality
Tell me
has
what
you broke,
studied.
madam. Spirituality has you without a man.
No, no, it does not.
Spirituality
no, it does not.
has you broken without a man.
No, it doesn't.
Because you're not spiritual.
No,
you're
sir.
unruly.
That's not true.
You are unruly.
That is
We've
not
observed
true.
it.
I am very independent. I'm doing just exactly
Independent.
Here we go. Here the fuck we go. Here the fuck we go.
That lady is angry. They will kick those heels off and beat your butt.
The reason why these men keep threatening you about being single and dying alone and you're a cat lady is because you being single is the greatest threat, especially to this modern day man. Don't fall for his nonsense talking about you gonna be a cat lady. Say thank you.
Here we go with the whole strong, independent woman thing. So he's right. She don't got a man. Yeah, being a strong, independent woman is not natural. We're supposed to be interdependent. This is just stupid. Yeah, she's proven all his points.
not
Observed
true.
it.
I am very independent. I'm doing just exactly
Independent
like
is
I
not
need
a
to
natural
do.
state, my dear, because independence is unnatural. We are social animals. None of us are an
I agree with
island.
you
We
on
are meant
that.
to be in tribes.
But I'm not looking
See,
for a
you're
mate.
exposing
It depends
yourself.
on
You are
what
sick.
you don't
realize you are
depends on what
sick.
your goals are.
I'm here
My
to
goals
heal
are
you.
not to be
I'm here to heal
in a
you,
marriage
dear.
anymore. I failed at a marriage, but I'm not. My goals are not to be in
sick.
that anymore, sir.
Why does that not surprise me?
This whole threat of women, oh, you're gonna grow old and die alone. No, we're not. That's not a threat. We have our friends. We have our sisters with us. Did you ever see the Golden Girls, my dude?
Oh my
That's
God.
not a cautionary tale. It's a goddamn victory lap.
Not to be
I'm here to heal
in a
you,
marriage
dear.
anymore. I failed at a marriage, but I'm not. My goals are not
are
to be in
sick.
that anymore, sir. I'm not defined
You
by
said that you're independent, but yet you earlier said you're a part of the black community.
Well, because
You're
you told
lost.
me
You don't know
I
which
had
it
failed
is.
with a man and was failing. That's why I said that.
What? Repeat that, please.
I'm not confused that women need men and men need women. Good Lord, yes we do.
Do you have
I'm
a
not
man?
confused about that.
Okay, well, why did you fail at your marriage? And well, you're gonna fail at relationships for the rest of your life, just based on how you're presenting here. But yeah, I mean, if you need a man, then why you ain't with a man? Because you're the problem.
Do you have a man?
I'm not. I'm on a spiritual path where I'm celibate. I'm not looking
Oh,
for a
there
man.
it is.
Today's forecast?
What?
Cloudy. Chance of drive-by.
What are you talking about?
My first husband was a good man, and I divorced him.
Shit. Got your ass.
Of course, they're celibate. A 40 plus, if not 50 plus year old woman, divorced, masculine, loud, single, and celibate. She's gloriously single, people. She's gloriously single. Did I make that a meme? How did I had to make that a meme. Did I make that a meme? I gotta find that so I can make it a meme. I could have swore I made it one. Whatever.
Do you have a
I'm not
man?
confused about that.
Do you have a man?
I'm not. I'm in
Which
I
it
failed
is.
with a man and was failing. That's why I said that.
What? Repeat that, please.
I'm not confused that women need men and men need women. Good Lord, yes we do.
Do you have a
I'm not
man?
confused about that.
Do you have a man?
I'm not. I'm on a spiritual path where I'm celibate. I'm not looking
Oh,
for a
there
man.
it is. There it is. Okay, I see.
Right.
I'm on a spiritual path where I'm celibate. I'm not looking
Oh,
for a
there
man.
it is. There it is. Okay, I see. So
I'm not-
you're
I'm
saying
in a different
women need
space
men,
with that.
that you're celibate. At your age, that doesn't make any sense, dear. You need a man. If you still can't get along with men at your age, you're the problem. And what you really
know
should
what? I
do
can't
is you
talk to you
should
about
come
it
to me
because
and
you
say,
don't know anything
Marquette,
about the path that I'm
Marquette,
on.
help me. Help.
You can't look. Listen, I can't talk to you about it because you don't know the path that I'm on. All you bitches are the same. It's the same fucking playbook with all of you. But they be thinking, all these women think they're so special. No, you got to hear my story. It's the same damn story. Can't get along with a man. You know what I mean? Get ran through, get divorced, destroy men's lives, be stubborn. It's the same fucking story. You haven't heard my story yet. It's not gonna be unique. They kill me with that shit.
Can't get along with men at your age, you're the problem. And what you really should do is you should come to me and say, Marquette, Marquette, help me. Help me, Marquette.
And you know
Help me.
nothing. You know
You
nothing
can't even
about
get
yoga
along with
pants.
others,
You know
dear.
nothing about them. So
And I can tell
why
you,
would I argue with
I'll
you?
tell you
That's
how
what-
I know
that's one
that you're
thing I won't do.
completely deranged.
You argue when you don't know.
Dear, the reason
You
that I know
argue
that you're
when you don't know.
deranged is because
You argue
you're a
when- and I
pretty
didn't
little
come on
woman.
here. See,
Listen,
that's the problem.
no,
I
really.
didn't come on
You're
here
pr-
to be.
No, it's okay. Calm down for a moment, dear. Let me
That's
just
your
help you out
ego
for a
that did
second.
that.
Because
All
you
I did
never
was
get
ask
anyone to.
Or here's another idea that's going to be very controversial. You could shut the up.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. But niggas fire out you, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, seriously, all women's dating stories is usually going to be one of three things max. I'll say four max, hard max, and usually we ain't gonna get to that fourth. 90% of women won't get to that fourth. Women who can't keep a man around for whatever reason, it's gonna be one of three things 90% of the time, and 10% of the time is one or four things. But they be acting like there's all these different possibilities. It's the same shit.
To be.
No, it's okay. Calm down for a moment, dear. Let me just help you out for a second. Because you never get anyone to tell you the truth.
And then you went to
You
your
don't get to hear the truth, so just get it.
whatever and
Get
got
this
all
truth
into
real
this
quick. Get this
male
truth real quick.
confusion that you have. That
Get this
wasn't
truth
even what
real
I was
quick.
coming on here for. I was coming on here,
I
gave
hear
you a
you.
compliment, and
I
you
hear you.
turned it and twisted it into
No,
your
no, just calm
ideologies that
down.
are, I
Get
guess,
this truth real
right-wing. I
quick.
don't know where you're coming from.
Now she's saying he's right wing. See, women love to put everything in a box. There's no nuance with women. You either kissing my butt or you hate black women. You either agreeing with, liberal stuff or you're right wing. If you're saying something I don't like, you must have voted for Trump. Like they have to put everything in a box because they're not intelligent enough to use nuance and understand that like people don't have to have such a stereotypical view on things without them being right wing or a Trump voter or hating black women. It's so stupid, man. It's low IQ. It really is.
Truth real quick.
Coming on here for. I was coming on here,
I
gave
hear
you
you.
a compliment, and
I hear you.
turned it and twisted it into
No,
your
no, just calm
ideologies
down.
that are, I
Get
guess,
this truth real
right-wing.
quick.
I don't know where you're coming from.
Just get this truth real
You're
quick, dear.
over me.
Just get this truth real quick.
No.
So you're saying that you're independent, you're celibate. These are things that indicate that it is because you are hard to get along with. You are unruly.
No, it is not. If you don't,
Why are
if you
you?
don't know
I'm
anything
trying to
about
talk. Why
spiritual
I let
paths,
you
sir,
talk? Why
you
you
are
keep
incorrect.
interrupting me? Can you calm down,
I have
please?
many men that
Madam,
have been
can you
suitors.
calm
I'm
down?
not interested
Please
in
calm down.
She says she has many men who have been suitors. Yeah, to fill those lips. Yeah, yeah. To penetrate those soup warmers. That's the only interest they've had. It wasn't to like deal with this, to wake up in the morning and deal with this, or come home from work and deal with this. I've had many suitors. That's not a flex. That will never be a flex for a woman that you got 50 dudes in the inbox. That's never gonna be that's never gonna be an accomplishment for a woman. Ever. Keep one around for 40 years and then I'll give you your props. Never gonna happen.
Why are you? I'm trying to talk. Why I let you talk? Why you keep interrupting me? Can you calm down, please? Madam, can you calm down? Please calm down. Calm down, please. Please, please, calm down, please, please.
No, but I'm telling you because you don't understand.
Calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down. Relax, relax,
Not one
relax.
iota practicing meditation. You know nothing about transcending the body. You know nothing about any of that. It's clear.
Okay, why can't you transcend your body right now and be quiet? Why can't you go to another spiritual realm and be quiet? Genuine question. Since you so spiritually enlightened and you know how to astral project and all that, how about you astral project somewhere right now so you can shut the F up? Have you ever considered? Oh, okay.
You know nothing about transcending the body. You know nothing about any of that. It's clear based on what you're saying right now.
You're so mad. You're mad.
I mean, yeah, it's clear you're not spiritually inclined, ma'am. You can't even stop talking for a second. You're clearly angry. You're over talking. You're being rude. None of this is spiritual. None of this is spiritual.
You know nothing about transcending the body. You know nothing about any of that. It's clear based on what you're saying right now.
You're so mad. You're mad. Calm down.
No, I'm not. You just know nothing about
You're
what you're
very
talking
mad.
about.
You're very mad.
You know
You're
nothing
mad.
about what you're
You're
talking
big
about.
mad.
Haven't had
Big
one
mad.
iota of
You're
experience
big
in the
mad.
spiritual realm.
Why you so mad? Why you so angry? You're so angry. That's not spiritual. You're so angry. Why you angry?
I'm not angry.
You so angry. You're not spiritual. You angry.
Enemy. I was not your enemy. I didn't come on here.
You
as
very
your
mad.
enemy. But
You very
start
mad.
spewing what you think
You very mad.
is again.
You are
misogynistic,
very mad.
right-wingish, whatever you want to
You
call
walk
it.
into my store and you still in my store. You start to yell at me. You're very mad.
I didn't even come on here like that.
Why? Why do you come on here? Get so mad at me. Why? Why you do that?
I'm still not mad at you. But
Why
you're
you
not trying
talk
to
so
make me
much,
mad at you
Dean?
because it fits your narrative. That
Why do you
think
talk
that
so
I need
much?
to be, but I'm not.
Why you talk so much? Why?
Because you are called in, first of all, and secondly,
Yes,
you
you
can't
called
teach
in.
me about being a
You
woman.
called to my show.
You can't, and you definitely can't teach me about spiritual practice.
You
It's
called to
clear,
my
but
show.
You know nothing about it. You've not mentioned one thing that indicates that you
Okay,
know
all right,
anything
madam.
about why
Will
I'm
you
doing
stop
what I'm
talking for a
doing.
moment? Thank you. I appreciate you for not talking. Thank you for being silent for a moment. I appreciate you. Now,
do you know
the problem is that You are a classic unruly black female. Can you guys in the chat confirm if my voice is
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
Let them genuinely talk. You'll see real fast, like, oh my God, this bitch is dumb as hell.
She's going to have issues for the rest of her life.
This is just some nigga talking shit. This is just some nigga talking shit. And everybody's caught up in all that shit?
You know, sometimes we get so wrapped up in how a problem bothers us, we don't see what the problem really is.
problem is that you are a classic unruly black female. Can you guys in the chat confirm if my voice is higher than hers? I don't want to have to mute her. I don't want to have to mute her, guys. Can you confirm if my voice is higher than hers, please? Oh, there it goes. You're so jealous of the white woman, but you guys are celibate.
Your true intentions always come out. Now she's talking about there's white women on your page. So is that really why you called in, ma'am? You can never trust the woe's intentions at first. You know, you gotta let them get mad first. And all you gotta do to get them mad is just ask them a question. And then yeah. And then their true intentions will come out. Maybe that's why she called in, to read him the riot act about having white women on his page.
White women on your page, and
oh, there it goes. You're so jealous of the white woman, but you guys are celibate. Why are you jealous of the white woman? Why are you jealous of the white woman?
That means you got this hood.
Why are you jealous of the white woman? Are you a racist?
Somebody hurt you way back.
Are you a racist? She's a racist. She's a racist. You're a racist. Why you a racist? Hey, no, real quick. Can you tell me why are you so mad at the white woman? Real quick. Why are you so mad at the white woman? Why are you so mad at the white woman?
But I'm not. You're not over me. Nobody's over me.
Good Lord, she's angry. This is an angry. I was waiting for her to stop. She just wouldn't stop. Let me tell you guys real quick. If you're ever wondering why is it that they start yelling and becoming
Surprised it took them so long to mute her. Yeah, I mean, Kev would have definitely muted her long ago.
Lord, she's angry. This is an angry. I was waiting for her to stop. She just wouldn't stop. Let me tell you guys real quick. If you're ever wondering why is it that they start yelling and becoming so unruly, it's because the truth. You see, the truth is a potent medicine, and it brings the demon out of them. And frankly, you have a woman who's a complete lying, deluded person. She says that she's about the community, but then she says she's independent. This is directly contradictory. She says that she knows how to get along with men, yet she says she's celibate, which means she denies the natural thing that connects man and woman. Now, are you able to be silent and let me speak for a moment, or will you go into a rage again?
I'm not in a. You haven't even seen me in a rage.
No, we all saw you in a rage. I'm just asking you a simple question.
Serious, ho? Like, look like it's
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
At your age, you're basically unmatchable. Like, forget about it. Basically, you're done. You're like a has-been, and no man will ever go for you.
Y'all killing me with this. Y'all trying to kill me. You're killing me, man. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
His publicist helped calm him down.
Can you stop raging? Can you stop raging?
I'm not raging. I'm not raging, sir.
Come on.
I'm not raging.
And you know what, Rochelle?
I'm not raging.
I know the level. No, really,
speaking
Rochelle.
strongly, but I'm not raging.
Calm down,
And
dear.
I'm still not
I
angry
know
at
the
you. I still
level
respect
of,
you.
madam.
I
If
still
you
would
if
give you that respect.
if you would just
but
calm
you
down,
disrespect
I just
women.
I'm so angry.
You
You're so
disrespect and
angry.
you just
You know, the funny thing about Miss Rochelle here is that, you know, she's not an ugly woman. Sometimes we see women who are ugly on the outside, and we can understand why they might be in the position that they're in. She's not.
That made her happy. That made her smile right there. Because that's why she called in. She wanted his attention. She wanted his plexual attention. You know? So that made her smile when he said she's not ugly. She's been looking for that validation this whole call. He finally gave it to her.
Dead giveaway. Dead giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Dead giveaway.
Coincidence. That's a coincidence.
In reality, he's just a tall, dark-skinned nigga with a big dick. If you want me to be really honest, he's really just Alexa. I don't think mom and sister were like you on a live saying stuff like that. No.
Gotta know exactly who you are. Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
An ugly woman, and so when you manage to successfully be a woman who's not ugly and still be alone, this is a strong indication that you are extraordinarily hard to deal with, because unfortunately males are very carnal. They're animals, many of them. They're completely controlled by their sex drive. And what she's letting us know is that she is so annoying that men won't even stick around long enough to get into her pants. And that's
As soon as you get done having sex with her, leave. You don't take this woman out to movies. You don't take her out to eat. You don't hang out with this woman. The only time you hang out with her possibly is if you go to a bar. Because she's getting ready to get drunk and she's getting ready to go home and you're gonna have intercourse with her. That's about the only way I would say to do it. You don't ride bikes with this woman. You don't watch TV with her. You don't talk about nothing. None of that. The only reason she's even existing in the world is because one, she doesn't have the courage to kill herself, and two, people don't want to start problems and just throw her out of the room because she's useless to society. So that's the reason why they kind of just linger around for the next 30, 40 years. Like they really just linger. Like nobody really wants them, nobody really cares about them. Unless they're just get horny for a little bit. And then as soon as the horniness is gone, the woman's off there just lingering around. She just lingers, looking for any spare attention. She's going to dress it up, okay? Because she has to, because nobody of any value wants her. So she's going to have to dress her life up better than a 22-year-old will, because she has this is 35 and up, and whatever her who are single mother she had, her value has plummeted because of where she's ended up. That's why a lot of them can't keep a man around. Okay, because once you deal with them outside of fucking, then it's like she figures that since she's been through a lot, that she's a tough, independent woman, that I have standards, and my standards are here. And if you don't have these standards, you have no chance with my pussy. And they're just so incredibly difficult to get with. You're like, fuck it, I don't even want to fuck you anymore.
Annoying that men won't even stick around long enough to get into her pants. And that's pretty bad, because she's a pretty little lady. She's obviously a little bit older, but she's a pretty little lady. Got some nice lips on her, nice smile. We could do something with her if she would shut up sometimes. But unfortunately, she won't shut up. And, you know, honestly, I think if I saw her in person, she'd be a lot nicer. I really do. I think she would just melt and be a lot more feminine. But right now, she's engaging through an unnatural form of technology, and she feels more than what she is. You know, in the presence, I would tower over her, and she would feel more like a woman. This unnatural communication.
Little smirk she has, that's genuine. This is how she wanted them to talk to her. Marquette could definitely get the buns, but who would want the buns after that? See, they fuck it up for themselves.
In the presence, I would tower over her, and she would feel more like a woman. This unnatural communication, it has her behaving like an animal, high testosterone. So can we talk normally real quick? Do you mind? Can we talk normally? That's the only thing I like about you is that smile. That's the only thing I like. Everything else, I'm not sure I like about you.
My nigga.
That's a hard nigga.
I like everything else. I'm not sure I like about you.
You thought I called to see if you liked me?
That's exactly why you called. Just to be clear, that's exactly why you fucking called.
That's the only thing I like about you is that smile. That's the only thing I like. Everything else, I'm not sure I like about you.
You thought I called to see if you liked me?
Well, of course you did. You called because you want some of my attention, and I'm giving you my attention, but I just want you to be nice as I give you my attention.
I'm an inquisitive person, and I truly...
You've been inquisitive about anything. You could have been inquisitive about quantum physics. You could have been inquisitive about anything, not what this man was doing on his platform. Stop it. You think she was? Do you think she would be inquisitive about an ugly dude live streaming, a 600-pound, regardless of what he was saying? Do you think she would be inquisitive about a 600-pound ugly dude saying the same thing and doing the same thing Marquette was doing and saying? Fuck no.
My attention, but I just want you to be nice as I give you my attention.
I'm an inquisitive person, and I truly,
I understand that you believe that. Yes. That's what I do. And I like your nails too. You have some nice nails too. So would you like to be nice so that we can have a conversation?
The tone, the way that you're framing that, sir, is disrespectful.
I'm just asking you.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
That's a bitch, okay?
How? Hold on, bro. How? I'm saying, how? Like, talk to me, bro.
You know, when I was a kid, I used to always wonder why certain men were When I was a kid, I used to always wonder why certain men were so hard on women. But now that I'm older, I understand. I totally understand.
How? Hold on, bro. How? I'm saying, how? Like, talk to me, bro.
The tone, the way that you're framing that, sir, is disrespectful.
I'm just asking you, would you like to be nice so that we can have a conversation?
Can you be respectful? Can you be
respectful? Don't ask me a question when I'm asking you a question. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just asking you a question. Just answer the question.
I have to because you're being disrespectful. So I'm going to talk in your tone, and I'm going to be very genteel.
I can answer your question, no problem. But if you wouldn't mind, let's just do things in the proper order. I asked you a question first, which was, would you like to have a dialogue in which, you know, we stop talking
yes,
to hear the other person?
Yes, would you like to be respectful of me?
Oh, I will absolutely be respectful of you.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. You said what?
Now you can't hear.
I never have been able to hear.
That's wild.
You said what?
I will
told you
absolutely.
when I came on that the
I will
volume's
treat
very
you.
low.
I will treat you with the respect that I afford to all of my guests. And if you've watched my videos, and I know you're going to say that you haven't heard of me, but if you take a look when you get some time, you'll see that my guests come on and they're honorable and honest and straightforward, and I return that to them. This all went left when you started to overtalk, and I asked you to stop talking, and then you felt as though you were being controlled or dominated because you have a sensitivity to that. And I'm not trying to control or dominate you, at least not during this interaction. I'm just trying to have a dialogue because I think that you're someone that people like to see and probably would like to hear from. And I know that we have very different perspectives, and so that there can be a good conversation.
You said that you weren't trying to dominate me, but you just told me earlier that you were below. I was below you, and that you would always. You said something. You know what you said.
That's correct. That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm not trying to dominate you, but that just is a fact.
Which one is it? Which one is it? First you said you're not. Just now you said you weren't trying to do that. But earlier you said you were.
That's correct. No, that's incorrect.
So
now you're lying.
Yourself.
Now you're lying.
You
Don't do that.
contradicted yourself.
So I'm going to respond to your claim, which was false. You stated that I said I'm above you. You're correct. I did state that. That is a fact. That's just describing a condition. I am above you. Now,
how?
You said, hold on one second.
How?
See, you're interrupting again. This is what I'm talking about. You got to stop talking to learn something. You keep talking.
You're going to have to stop talking to let me teach you something, because I don't think you're teachable. I don't think you're teachable.
Talking.
There we have it. Remember earlier she said, I don't want to dominate you. Well, what was that? You're going to have to stop talking on your platform so I can teach you something. But you know what? I don't think you're teachable. What? Never mind.
Thing? You keep talking.
You're going to have to stop talking to let me teach you something, because I don't think you're teachable.
You keep
you're
talking. That's your problem. You're a woman. You're not equal to a man. You're below a man. You're under a man's leadership. You're under a man's leadership. There's nowhere on earth where women are above men.
You're over a woman.
Every man is over a woman. Just accept it. It's real. Let me tell you something.
No, I'm not going to accept it when I have books. You know what?
Let me tell you something, Rochelle. Here's the truth of the matter.
I will send you some research.
Rochelle, the only reason that you're able to talk like that is because you have 911. Listen, Rochelle, you're living in a fantasy world. You're a weakling. You have 911.
Yeah, woes are comfortable talking to men any type of way because they know 9 times out of 10, it's not like the man's going to, go upside her head. And that's why some men believe men should start doing that again. So these women can learn like the true reality of what nature really is. Put the fear of God back in them so they know they shouldn't talk to a man any type of way. Women in America talk to men crazy because men don't dish out consequences. They don't always got to be physical, but I'm just saying they know there's no consequence. So, a 5 foot, 70-pound woman can tell a 6 foot 5, 300-pound man, shut your little punk ass up before I slap you upside your head. That's the confidence, that's the comfortability American women have to disrespect American men.
Rochelle, the only reason that you're able to talk like that is because you have 911. Listen, Rochelle, you're living in a fantasy world. You're a weakling. You have 911. That's the only thing that lets you talk like that. If you didn't have 911 and you couldn't call the government, a man would have slapped you dead in your mouth and you would have stopped talking like that for the rest of your life. That's the truth. You have to live in reality. That's where I live in reality. I talk like this because I will deliver. I talk like this because I am actually dominant. You're just pretend. You're a fake man. That's what you are. You're a fake man.
We need strong
I'm
men.
a real man. You're a fake man.
Marquette, we need strong men. I'm not denying that. We need
You're trying to be a strong man,
baby. You have to understand there's other forms of strength that men draw upon from women. And
that's
I'm not
right.
trying to hold one over the other. We have roles to play.
Well, that's the problem is that you don't want to play your role. There's hierarchy And the problem is that the black woman, listen, love, there is hierarchy, and you are beneath in the hierarchy, and you have to accept that. That's why you're alone, because you will not accept where you are in the hierarchy.
This is your show.
Listen, you will not accept where you are in the hierarchy, and that's why you're alone.
Please listen to me for this, and then I gotta go because I gotta get to.
I bet you do have to go. So you're saying that you want to say some words and skate out? That's what you're saying? You want to say something and then run off?
If you let me finish, you're not
Why would
letting
we let
me
you do
make
that?
my point. You said that there are 2 levels of reality. Did you know that? Did you know there are 2 levels of reality?
Look, I can't take it anymore. But let's look something up real quick. Let's check something out real quick. Oh, is this the full audio book? Oh, it's free online. So y'all can find it free online. It's by Matilda. Oh, well, it's a story. Well, the book was written by Lawrence R. Spencer, but the story is from Matilda O'Donnell McElroy. So I'm not saying this book is true. It's supposed to be true. But I'm saying, based on my research, it's a strong possibility this could be true. It's worth reading. Maybe that's what I should just say. I read this book, and you should read it too. And it may be the history of humankind on this planet. And it, explains the whole alien thing. It's a book where this woman claims, the whole Roswell crash in 1947. She claims that she was the person who was communicating with the extraterrestrial. They go through how she had to learn to communicate with them, or how they taught the extraterrestrial to communicate. The extraterrestrial communicated telepathically. Trust me, when the shit that's about to come out comes out, y'all are gonna remember a lot of shit that I said and a lot of shit you just heard over the years. But I'm not saying I fully believe this story, but I'm saying, based on my research and a lot of things that line up with other accounts, this very well may be true. And if it's not 100% true, there's definitely some shocking truths in it. So here, you can listen to it. If you don't like reading, you could just go on YouTube and listen to it for free. Roswell Alien Interview 1947 full audiobook. Let me see if I can find the actual book cover. Here it is. Here's the actual book cover. I just bought a physical copy. Let me click on this one.
August 12th, 2007.
Here's the book cover.
Dear Lawrence.
Whatever. Here's the book cover on the right. Oh, he picks it up. Wait.
Except for
That's what the actual book looked like. It's called Alien Interview. It's some pretty what is the word? It's some revelations in it. Yeah, it's fun to think about, Lauren, even if you don't think it's true. So check it out, y'all. I'm gonna get off here. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. I'll catch y'all tonight. Everybody join the membership. It's only $5 now. I'm gonna do an exclusive episode today, or exclusive live stream today. If you want access to it, join the membership. It's only $5 a month. Really helps to support the channel, since I don't monetize my individual videos. Check out merch, link in the description. Follow me on Rumble, because YouTube could kick me off any day now. Rumble, link in the description. Be sure to follow me. The only way to keep up with all my content, no matter what happens here on the tube. And yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all tonight, probably between 5 and 6 p.m. Central, but 8 at the absolute latest if something comes up. But I should be on tonight for sure, sometime between 5 and 8 p.m. Central time. Hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm out. Rumble, what up? I'm still on Rumble. Where we at? 3 people.